Welcome to the studio, sir. How are you? Man, how's it going with me, man? How's it going with the world, man? I'm sitting here reading about these sanctions, man. I'm learning, like, I'm really I try to press myself to learn more about what actually, what is the effect of all these sanctions taking place.
You know, the whole Ukraine and all that.
Man, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's
Ukraine, Russia,
yeah,
Putin, Biden,
yep,
NATO.
yep.
Oh, I'm learning.
Yeah, no,
I'm learning. I'm throwing them out there. I'm learning, man. And these sanctions are different.
No, it's
It's different.
it's definitely interesting. Definitely.
I know you have a take on it. My head been kind. I've kind of been under a rock. I feel like because I haven't been as focused as I'd like to think I at least used to be in like current events.
Right.
Especially something
Yeah.
like World War III about to take place. Like
Oh,
I would typically, but now I'm starting to really dive into this, man.
Yeah.
This is So I imagine you've been following this thing.
Nah, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's just.
You want to give the viewers a recap on the Kiss and Tea podcast, episode 25.
Vincent.
What you had? You looked it up before? You
Nah,
thought, first of all, you didn't know I knew
Fair.
that this was episode 25.
Fair.
I'm on my game. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
I mean, I get that to you. Whatever.
on my gizzy.
What do you mean, look it up? I mean, like, I could count to 100.
What is it, 25? What is it?
Vincent.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah,
In
it's
sync?
close. Yeah, yeah.
Sounds like in sync.
Yeah. You said the money, giving the viewers a.
Yeah.
I actually
a
do.
Quick
No.
and dirty. You don't want to give it quick and dirty?
I'm not a journalist.
Almost
You know?
World War III?
Yeah, no. I just, I mean, fam. I mean, again, I don't.
There's some folks out here who may not understand of what's really taking place. I have a quick and dirty, courtesy of Ethan.
I'm gonna offend you.
What's that?
You say you really don't know what's happening, right? You're just now being aware of what's happening and all that.
Right.
Yeah, man. I mean, you dudes that's under a rock, man. I really can't,
How about if I prove you wrong with my quick and dirty?
hit me?
I just read it. Number one, but
Right.
number two, Ethan, man, he put me on game. In fact, he gave me the most illest quick and dirty I've ever heard in my life. He said,
Yeah.
Dad, he wakes up, sees me working out on the Peloton. He says, Dad, relax for a second. Let me tell you why I woke up with Vladimir Putin on my mind. I'm like, what?
He did not say
I
that.
promise you. I'm like, what are you talking about? Dad, I understand what's going on right now. World War III is about to happen. It's almost like a married couple that just got a divorce.
Okay.
Married couple just got a divorce. Russia, Ukraine.
Sure.
And the woman decides she wants to date someone else.
Okay.
The US.
Right.
Right? The ex-husband don't like that. The ex-husband is upset that the ex-wife now is dating someone else.
Your son is still talking.
This is Ethan. This is Ethan telling me.
Okay.
Telling me this. I'm still clamped in on the bike.
Right.
I'm stopped. I'm listening to
right.
him. And I can't believe he's telling me this,
Right.
right? So the ex-husband just can't let the ex-wife go.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he said, Dad, I feel so bad for the ex-wife. The ex-wife is really going through a rough time right now.
Sure.
She's vulnerable. And the big nasty bully, the ex-husband, he just keeps going at her. It's almost like Kanye and Kim. He just keeps going at her. It's not right, Dad.
He did not reference.
Come on, man. These kids are on it.
Oh yeah.
They got the tablets. They in
Listen,
school.
The TikToks. Yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
man, listen,
yeah,
he told me he needed some.
Yeah.
He told his mother he needed some drip the other day, but that's a whole nother story. Drip. DRIP. That's exactly what he said. I got the text message to prove it. I couldn't believe it. Total for another day. The ex-husband, extremely angry at the ex-wife, the fact that she's dating another guy.
Right.
I thought that was so profound that he was able to, and so now the new guy, the new boyfriend, has issues with the father, and so he's going to hit him where it hurts, in the pockets. in the pockets.
He
Dad.
did not.
Talking about sanctions.
Yeah.
Got me looking up
Smart
sanctions
cat,
because
yeah.
I didn't really.
Yeah,
And now I'm listening to him school me on a pending World War III, and I'm like, I don't even got nothing to give him. He telling me about it. I thought it was amazing. So I thought maybe you could give me the adult version, or us the adult version of what's taking place right now.
I think E.T. framed it correctly.
You think so?
Yeah, no, that's
Was that pretty much what's going on?
Yeah, that's what it boiled down to.
I thought it was pretty good.
Nah, my angle more is like leaving the whole geopolitics out of it. You know what I mean? It's just like, I always, I mean? I try to simplify it to the good lane and the bad lane. You know what I mean? Like, what's moral, what's immoral.
Okay. What's
happening over there? Like, yo, come on, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine just waking up, in a foreign nation, just like, yeah, nah, your way of life, you know what I mean, is totally over. You know what I mean? The government now is we're going to take your government down, put another government in, do whatever they want, bomb whatever they want. There's no accountability. That's where my thoughts and my prayers are.
And to answer your question, no, I can't.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like the bloodshed. You know what I mean? The innocence. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Pete, dudes is proud out there.
It's
crazy.
Interesting.
It's crazy. I can't believe it. You know what I mean? Because I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
I'm heavy into the politics and these global affairs, whatever. I mean, that's just really that's just. I'm a nerd when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I canant believe this is happening. You know what I mean? In
That's
2022.
And to my credit, and why my head was under a rock in this whole leading up to this,
mm-hmm.
and I got witnesses that can tell you this. I said he's not going to do it. This is a bluff. He's just playing games. This is Putin doing what he does to get the attention of the West, talk arms, talk whatever he needs to talk. He's not going to do it. This is not going to happen. And so I just didn't. I was so convinced.
I get that view.
He wasn't going to start a war.
I get that. He didn't start a war.
Well, okay, understood. Okay, he didn't start a war.
Let me retract. He started a war against Ukraine.
I was going to say, thank you.
I mean?
Thank you.
There's not a war. It's not a world war. It's not World War
I didn't say
III.
He started a war.
Yeah, right.
He started a war.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, that's what it's not a conflict. It's not no special operation. It's a straight out war.
War.
You know what I mean?
With soldiers, missiles,
all that,
and casualties,
all of that.
That's
whatever
right.
Case may be, man. It's just like it's crazy. I feel bad for him, fam.
I do.
I feel real. You know what I mean? Like it's just like I was watching one interview. This young lady, she stood in line for 7 to 8 hours just to get to the border crossing. Get into Poland, whatever.
See,
with her 7-month-old. She's like, you know what I mean? Like 2 days ago, we wasn't even, like living like this. You know what I mean? So it's just like. I feel bad, man.
No, I feel bad, and
we're blessed.
Oh, you start thinking about that. We are, and in fact, even folks, get at me all the time when I say this, but I proudly say this. Although we have our issues in this country, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. You hear me?
Listen.
You can talk that back to you can talk all that you want. I don't want to be anywhere but here.
This is the greatest country.
I believe that, man.
In the world.
Yeah. And in spite of all its flaws.
Yeah. I can admit that, and I can admit to all of the flaws as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, I'm not going living anywhere else. I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. I need to live in a nation of laws. There got to be some type of accountability. If somebody just drops a bomb on my, neighborhood,
sure.
Some ish got to go down, man. You know what I mean? You just can't just say, that's how it is. You know what I mean? Take it or leave it. You know what I mean? This is crazy, man. But I don't know what this world's coming to, fam. I just don't.
I know one thing that this world pretty much runs on, and that's capital, money.
Yeah, for sure.
And that being said, one thing I was looking at when I was researching about the sanctions, you talk about the effect that it has on the oligarchs over there in Russia and the folks out there who have massive amounts of wealth and what those sanctions could possibly or will do to affect their net incomes. Mm-hmm. And that got me to thinking. Again, we talk about mind your own business. Right. Got me to thinking about my income. And it also got me to thinking about this idea that people get rich in wartime.
Hands down.
It's an idea, right?
No, it's not an idea.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
And I want to discuss that thing because I want to know what that thing is. I want to know. I always heard it. I always hear it.
You trying to get in?
I want to know. At the very least, I want to understand how folks are getting rich every time.
Oh, you want in?
Conflict takes place.
Yeah.
And I feel as if it can't just be as simple as, oh, find a privately traded company that, I don't know, sells guns or something, or or ammunition. I feel like it just can't be that easy. It's not that. It's no. I want the juice. I want the juice, and I feel like you got it, Kiss.
No, I don't got it.
You know all the politics. You know, I need you. Okay, at the very least, okay, if you don't got it, I would like to at least leverage this episode and the viewers that watch us here, who comment, like, subscribe, and who tune into the conversations that you and I have. And we need some game. We need to know some answers.
Yeah,
and maybe as a unit, all of us together, we are in this together, right? And we all, if you don't have the question, maybe you have a part of the solution. And maybe, wait, where am I?
Okay. All right.
Wait, this camera. You have part of the solution, and you have part of the solution. And then I got to go into your camera. And then you have another part of the solution.
You just crossed the border.
I did. But this is a very important thing I'm going here.
So
put our minds together, Kiss. Let's
Sure.
put our minds together
Yeah,
on this
sure,
episode
sure.
and come up with the solution.
I'm not
to
gonna
get this money.
Yeah, I can't provide a solution
During wartime. Come on, let's do this.
Yeah, but I can only tell you what KISS would do.
Oh, okay. We can start there. Let's start there.
Yeah, I can't tell. I mean, I just think, if you're trying to, flip your bread real fast, what sectors in the markets, what companies, really do good in wartime. Folks that manufacture stuff, this and that, third. That's a starting point. If you just from a, investor standpoint, you want to put your money, because, for instance, we had a conversation earlier, with one of our good friends. It's like, what that individual is doing, they're asking that individual to speed up, getting stuff ready, just in case.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
There's a cost to that. You know what I mean? So if I'm ordering 12 ships, now I'm probably ordering 24. You know what I mean? So again, I think from an investor standpoint, if you're trying to invest your money, the same thing. Like when COVID hit, you're going to invest your money. In the the medical supply sector. You know what I mean? What manufacturers, medical, whatever, like goods, this, that, third, whatever.
Okay, so, okay.
That's what I'm doing.
No, because I'm trying to, I see what you just did in both examples. And that's what I want to get at here. I want to kind of almost reverse engineer this thing.
Okay.
You mentioned the medical supplies. Then you mentioned COVID. You made that correlation. Sure. And it's connecting those dots.
What's happening today
is what I want to refer. I almost want to follow the money. I want to reverse engineer. So we're talking war, and at the very foundational, very entry level of war is what? Guns, ammunition,
right,
metal, uniforms, helmets.
Take it a layer back.
Yeah.
Then you got like you just said, different sectors. You take a layer back, food, gas, all of that.
Right.
All of that.
Right. That all needs to happen. All that needs to be present in order for this war to happen.
Right. But guess what? All them goods that the consumer was buying at X amount of dollar because it's wartime.
Okay.
Right? Because they need more to demand. You gotta speed stuff up. The consumers pay more for that.
Okay. All right. And so then does the investment take place at the stock level, at the on the exchange level?
For me, fam, again, I'm not giving advice here.
Well, yeah, of course, we're not financial advisors. We're trying to decode this thing.
For me, yeah,
reverse engineer. That's all. Just a brain dump.
No. You again, if you have that big money, because if you're gonna invest, you have to have a sizable, investment to see a flip.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if you think you're gonna invest, $100,
yeah, that's $1,000.
No.
Okay.
Invest a $25K, whatever case may be. So you could do it at a stock level when that company. For instance, when the war level, all security details, all security companies. For instance, cyber now. Anything cyber,
right?
Whatever case may be, down to that company that probably made the chip.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you could really, just like do what you want to do from a stock, standpoint, whatever investment standpoint. But you gotta play with big money, man.
It's gotta be big money. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Or you could get, you could just get creative, man, and just for that time being, man, you have like a seasonal business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That caters to, a need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because you're gonna have these surplus businesses popping up.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Somebody's got to fill the void.
Okay, you say surplus business popping up,
Yeah,
filling voids.
right. Whatever void those are.
Well, what got me thinking is the geography of where the conflict is taking place,
Mm-hmm.
and supply chain.
Mm-hmm.
You can focus on the tangibles, the helmets, the bullets, the guns. You can focus on that stuff, right? Maybe reverse engineer who manufactures, who makes it,
Right.
who's publicly traded, and then maybe dump some money there on the stock exchange, right?
Mm-hmm.
But supply chain, depending on where the conflict is, I guess even depending on where you sit, but I imagine they're using vessels and boats maybe to get there.
Logistics, hell
Logistics,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How are things being moved around?
Right. You have a fleet. Perfect example. You talking about wartime, right?
Yes, sir.
Natural disaster. The storm or the hurricane, whatever that happened in Puerto Rico. Yeah, so basically, the ports were damaged, so they couldn't get supplies, much needed supplies in there, aid resources, this, that, and third, whatever case may be. I don't know all the details, but basically, the gentleman had a fleet of planes.
Yeah.
Some propeller joints, the joints that you and I said we'd never get all together.
Right.
Going back and forth, putting supplies. Government supplies. Got a government contract.
Facts.
You think that's a couple $100,000?
I love to have a conversation with him
Yeah.
now and see where he's at right now.
Oh yeah, come on, fam.
That government contract.
Right time, right place.
Yeah.
But he was able to leverage what his fleet.
Hmm.
And I'm talking about I ain't talking about 30 planes. I'm talking about three to four.
Yeah.
But he was able to successfully transport much needed supplies. To the island and back.
Supply chain.
Logistics, yeah.
I think oftentimes that gets overlooked because that's more or less like the unspoken hero that gets everything going.
Yo, and I know, let me sorry for saying.
No, please.
Let me challenge you on that. I agree with you,
Okay.
but I think lately, like folks understand, the whole supply chain. Issues.
Oh, you listen. Okay, let me.
Lately, when you can't get a car, I'm talking about regular human. Yo, yes, now regular folks.
Thank you for saying that.
You know what I mean? Like,
it was an unspoken hero until it got disrupted.
right.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You ain't thinking about that until it's a disruption.
Yeah, right.
And we're feeling disruptions all over the place.
Yeah. Listen, when you try to order something, like a stove or matter of fact, when they say the fridge won't be available for another 6 months and you can't get it delivered till 2023.
Yeah, they mean that.
Oh, they mean that.
There ain't no joking about that,
they mean
fam.
that.
You might as well sit tight.
Yeah, sit tight. You might as well just pay for it, get by. You know what I mean? Yeah, supply
you're paying a
chain.
premium on these cars now because of the chip shortage.
Yeah. Supply
And when
chain.
is it going to end?
Fam, again, conflict. It's not going to end.
Can you tell me? It's all rushing to me right now. Can you tell me when this coin short is this a?
Oh,
I don't know if are these old signs that I'm reading, or are we still in a coin shortage?
I don't know if they're old or not, but I think it was due to the pandemic, right? But I still see the signs, man.
I'm not bugging.
No, I go to 7-Eleven and I'm just like, you have to have exact corn. We got corn. I'm just
Are we still doing that?
I'm like,
Do you still need? I think you still need to be in some of these places.
well, I'm using my debit card, so
Right.
I
just be tapping now.
Yeah. Tap,
man,
tap,
that's what
tap.
I'm at when
It's like,
I mean, I ain't got exact change, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, it's funny that you said that, man. It's like crazy. You know what I'm gonna say? Like, do we even? I don't know. The last time I used changed.
Another conversation. That's a whole other.
It's crazy.
Listen, they already Matrix, man. They already got us, man.
But back to war and the supply chains and trying to make money off the event and all that. You could get creative.
I want to be very. I guess we gotta add some disclaimers. We want to be very cautious about the fact that we do understand that there are casualties.
Yeah, listen, man.
And people who have sacrificed their lives. A lot of casualties of war, a lot of byproducts of war that just are not good. Most if not all byproducts of war is just not good.
Agreed 100%. Right? I think war is not good to start off with.
Right.
whatever case may be, man. If we could eradicate that from
Without
the world,
without
you know what I mean? We need to, but
Without
unfortunately, we live in a world full of men. You know what I'm saying? With egos.
And there's a
Whatever case
there's a
it be.
current reality in there's a current situation, everyone's reality where people are still capitalizing, making money off in wartime.
Right.
Specifically in wartime.
Right.
Conflict.
Let's stick to that, right? But how? Let's just take a step back really quickly, right? Where, to my point is like, I get like we shouldn't offend anybody, hands down, right? But I want everybody to understand, if they don't already, our viewers and and beyond, we live in a capitalistic system, society. Everything is fair game. Funerals. Make money off funerals, right? That's casualties. That's dead people. There's nothing. I mean, that doesn't mean folks is disrespecting it one way or another, man. But we have to come to terms and a realization. It's like, come on, yes. During wartime, folks make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got folks. It's like, yeah, everything is supercharged. Yes, you know what I mean. Like, I'm not saying that is good, bad, or whatever. I mean, like, I'm not even. It's not what I'm even. You know what I mean? Like trying to discuss. But yeah, it's like yes.
I'm thank you for saying that.
Yes, yeah, you out here exploiting stuff. Just like when you go to the pump and that particular dealership or that pump, decides to raise the prices, 1,500%. Who could tell them to stop? Mm-hmm. It's like you got to get that gas because there's a supply chain problem and that gasoline is not coming to your coast anytime soon. Like, what are you gonna do?
I'm hopeful there's some regulation where they got to cap those folks to be able to
They do, but I just think, it's just so, it's so common, it's so different, like, who's policing it, man? There's a lot of businesses that do that, get away with it, man.
Well, I don't know the dollar amount. I know it's astronomical in terms of the military complex. That whole wartime, folks get dumb rich. There's a ton of money involved. I guess it could lend itself to even motives for folks who even want to start wars.
Absolutely,
or,
absolutely.
Who want to really meddle in.
Absolutely.
They just because of the type of money folks are getting.
Absolutely.
But I don't even want to go that route. I just want to say, just as the common person viewing from the sidelines, we ain't got no. Listen, we ain't calling no shots.
We just trying to get money.
But it's happening.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, it wouldn't be happening.
Sure, but it's happening.
But it's happening. So, if there's money to be made,
right?
How?
Right.
That's all. That's all I'm saying. So you telling me there's money to be made, and that's okay? How?
I would just say fill the void, man.
Yeah, man.
What's the void?
I think, and that's it's really just for me. It's about what's the strategy in all this, and is it just reverse engineering, following the money, following. Literally seeing what the tangibles are, reverse engineering that, see who's publicly traded, and then double down. And
you could do that, but at the same time, resources, during wartime are become scarce, right? So again, for that void.
Oh, you talking about creating?
Yeah, whatever the so it's like, I don't know. Say there's a shortage of milk, whatever, and you're in the region.
Go buy some cows.
No, I would not even say go buy some cows. If you already have cows and you're in that region,
right.
Whatever case it be,
right.
You got one or two and three things, whatever, and that wasn't your primary source of income.
Yeah.
You just had some cows because you're a cow dude.
Yeah.
Leverage that.
Cow dude.
Yeah, get creative. So I'm just saying, like, yeah, he's a cow dude, but I'm saying get creative with it because there's gonna be so many different voids, man. This is like, and it's again inflation. Folks is not gonna want to, probably go to that restaurant and pay that 25%, markup premium.
Man, you just said get creative. I'd be curious to know. Like, there's I don't know, it's a young lady, a TikTok video. She basically describes what's happening over there, the conflict that's taking place.
Right.
She's saying it in layman's terms, like how we talk, like just straight up, like this was happening, Putin and wilding,
yeah,
this was going on, right?
Right.
And so you talk about get creative. That's creative. I'd be curious how she can monetize even that. Like her analysis on what's taking place. And now I'm curious, you got folks that's watching this who are business owners.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where the creative process comes in. What do you have? What currently do you have that you think could offer in this moment that folks can use and leverage to either get them through this experience? Maybe we talk about T-shirts.
Well,
you got a message. You got a message for this folk during wartime?
Fam,
Put it on a T-shirt. Sell that shirt.
I think what you just said is like in the moment.
Yeah.
In that moment.
Yeah.
What is needed in that moment. And sometimes, what's needed in that moment is never as rational as folks think. But you're in that moment. Whatever case may be. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you can monetize it. Again, bro, it's like we're not saying one thing or another in terms of like, yo, go exploit this, will get your money, this and that, third, whatever. But it's happening. You know what I mean? And
it's
again,
happening.
my thing is like, you could get creative during these times, man. You just can.
The creative element, I think, is important, but I also think it lends itself to even a bigger thought that I'm having is, I think that's why it's always important to at least have a firm understanding of what's going on around you.
Sure.
So you can always have those antennas up to be able to latch on when that moment comes. If you got a product or service or something, take off.
Bro, we could have...
Ride the wave.
Yeah, we could have a whole 3-4 segment on just that. You know what I mean?
Man. Be ready.
Yeah, be ready and be aware of your surroundings.
Facts.
Whatever case be, your global surroundings, right? I just think if folks need to understand it, so I'm glad we're having this conversation. It's like, what's going on over there, we should care, right? Because it's inhumane.
Without
You know
question.
what I'm saying? And we need to understand we're all part of one race, which is the human race, at
Without
least in my
question.
view.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, it will actually impact us, not indirectly, directly. Whatever case may be. We live in a global society now, fam.
Without
You
question.
know what I mean? Like, the world is legit flat.
Absolutely.
Whatever case may be. Yeah, I mean, so I just think, folks need to tune in a bit. You know what I mean? Like, but to the pro is like, okay, now I know some shit's going to be coming down the pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Let me plan accordingly to fill this void and at the same time get this bread, because at the same time that void needs to be filled.
Yep.
So it's a need, it's a necessity.
Yep.
It makes again, we live in a capitalistic country.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The society, that's what it's based on.
Mhm.
Whatever case may be. So it's like, it's not wrong for you, to make money off a need, whatever case may be, that you were first to learn to fill.
Let me, I'm listening to you speak, kicking myself because here I am once again feeling like I'm too late. It already happened. It feels like the horses have already left the stable. And here I am yet again. Dang, man, how can I make some money, right?
Right.
But yet and still, I'm thinking, let's just listening to you talk about it from more of a 30,000 foot level. How about just strategize? How about just take a step back, stop being so reactive, and just observe. Take a moment to observe, listen, and strategize.
Agreed.
So when it comes again, because it will come
Right,
again,
it's a cycle.
you're ready.
Yeah, agreed. And, I think a big part of that strategy, right, of that mindset is preparation, right? But again, making sure that, you're in tuned and you're entrenched. So, when your antenna goes up, right, you understand the moving parts, the different players, the region and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That entails you, being tuned in,
That's right.
to some current global affairs, meaning, i.e., you got read,
Mm-hmm.
i.e., you got to follow stuff, you know what I mean? Just not when I say you, I'm generally speaking.
Right.
Just not when it's in the news cycle, because
Mhm.
that's where we live in, whatever
Mm-hmm.
case may be. Like, again, like we say, preparation strategy, be proactive about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's 12 months before the conflict.
Strategize.
You know what I'm saying?
Proactive.
Yeah.
Tune in.
Right.
Just like you all tune in to the Kids and Tea podcast
Right.
each and every time we drop, and we're so thankful for that.
For sure.
If you're finding some value in this conversation, be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe bell, subscribe button, and then hit that bell. Get the notification. Strategizing.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Listen, prayers go out to the Ukrainians.
Without question,
You know
man.
what I mean?
We're certainly praying for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Pulling for them.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I'll tell you what, we would love to strategize with you all. If you're kind of feeling what we're talking about right now and you're trying to get at the bag, trying to understand, just taking a moment to understand the times that we're in, and how do you make those connections to maybe what you do personally or even professionally to get at the bag. Leave the comments below. We love to engage. And we also believe that just with a tribe, with a think-like mentality, if I don't have the solution, if Kiss doesn't have the solution, maybe we all can come up with the solution together in the comments. So holla at us, Kiss and Tea Podcast, episode 25.
Van Sek.
Peace.
Peace out.